Self.
Well, he's super friendly, isn't he?
Oh gosh, I think this is our fourth event.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do one in last year because I was quite ill last year, so I couldn't cope with organising events. So the previous one was 2016, and then 2016, 2015, 2014, and 2014 we did with Stenning.
Right,
It's
okay.
a joint event with Stenning. So this is our fourth kind of big one, and then before our first big one was Stenning, Claire Richard, who you've seen at Downlands Avenue, and we just did a little mini one with just 3 venues. So that was like a little taster, little kind of step into
See how it goes and everything.
toe in the water things. We don't get any financial benefit from
No.
it, so we're not trying to sell anybody anything. It really is totally impartial advice, and it's sharing experiences a lot of the time. So it's like people come round and look at our solar panels and ask us where we got them from and how do we find them, blah blah blah. But we're not trying to sell you those solar panels.
Suggesting.
So you do get completely impartial advice.
Do you think that modern houses should be equipped with this from the get-go?
Oh, absolutely.
Because we're relying too much on the grid, and you buy a house, it comes with the house.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Yeah,
do
of course
this
it
work.
should. Of course it should. But yeah.
Money, isn't
It's all
it?
down to percentages.
It is.
Yes, it's money, but when you're buying a new house, it's not about let's save us you money. Let us save you money on running your home. It's like, let's sell it as cheap as we can so we can shift it and make as much money out of it as possible.
With some of the cheapest materials, or at least efficient materials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think every brand new build should have solar and possibly a Powerwall battery. It would set you free, wouldn't it?
It would, definitely.
But it's not about setting people free, is it?
No, why not? I mean, I don't drive. I cycle everywhere, and I see how bad.
Good man.
Because I can never learn to drive. Bob always tells me off. He goes, "Don't tell people that, Mark." I grew up in a house with no car. My dad can drive. My dad can't even ride a bike.
Turn it up a little bit, Mark.
I know. I should say I'm an eco warrior. I'm not. I mean, I've got an interest, but I grew up and I only use public transport and cycle because it's what I do.
Yeah.
Not because I'm some kind of crusader, but it is beneficial. You're healthier.
Of course.
You see things around you more.
It's a no-brainer.
You meet people more.
Yeah.
And you're just generally a little bit fitter. Without going to the gym and spending money and everything. So.
Absolutely. Well done, you.
I try.
Yeah.
Bob's a bit more healthy.
Well
than I am.
done for not learning to drive by accident.
Get edit that pie out, Bob.
Yeah. 10 years ago this month, I went to a Be the Change symposium in London, and the morning part of the session really, really shocked me because of what they were saying about what's happening to the planet and extinctions and all the stuff. 10 years ago, they were talking about that actually are happening. All of those things are happening, have happened. And this guy, Drew Dellinger, who's an American poet, stood up on the stage and recited his poem. And while he was doing that, something shifted inside of me, and I just thought, I need to spend the rest of my life trying to do this. It was literally a pivotal moment for me.
A life-changing moment.
Absolutely life-changing.
Can I ask you what you were doing before then?
I'm a homeopath,
Okay.
and I retired last year, but homeopaths carry on being homeopaths until they die. It's just a mindset and a whole way of living. But I was doing that before, and I thought I was doing as much as I could do. I thought I was really doing my bit. I just was astonished at what's going on there in the world. I didn't even know about any of it. And they talked about the transition movement. I had no idea what transition movement was. Like, what on earth is this? Permaculture, I'd never heard of permaculture. And after this day that I spent sobbing my heart out at times at what I saw, and then they came up with some incredible solutions in the afternoon session, I just walked out of there and thought, I need to go and do this. I really do need to go and do this. And so, and coincidentally or synchronistically, my friend Ali said, "Oh, I'm going on a permaculture intro course in a couple of weeks' time. Do you want to come with me?" So I did that and never looked back. So my whole life is now based around permaculture. I'm doing a permaculture diploma. If I can ever manage to get it, find the time to write it up.
That thing at time again.
I will have it. That thing about time again. Yeah. And then what I didn't know at that time when I made that decision and had that pivotal moment, my daughter was just pregnant with my one and only grandson. So within 9 months he was born, and really this is about him, and
Okay.
I'll just read what it says and I'll try not to cry. It's 3:23 in the morning and I'm awake because my great-great-grandchildren won't let me sleep. My great-great-grandchildren asked me in dreams, "What did you do while the planet was plundered? What did you do when the earth was unravelling? Surely you did something when the seasons started failing, as the mammals, reptiles, birds were all dying. Did you fill the streets with protests when democracy was stolen? What did you do once you knew?" And there's more of the poem, but that is the bit that got me. And it's called Hieroglyphic Stairway by Drew Dellinger. And I just thought, what did I do when all of this was falling apart around me? I wanted to be able to talk from spirit to my great-great-grandchildren and say, this is actually what I did. And yes, it is terrifying. If you actually sat and thought about what's going on, you could scare yourself witless. And I read a book round about that time by Joanna Macy and Chris Johnson called Active Hope. And it was about facing the fear. It was about looking that fear in the face and saying, okay, it exists, this is going on, what can I do? And it's small achievable steps. It's not go out when you haven't got any money and take out a mortgage to put solar panels on your roof, or all the expensive stuff, buy an electric car. A lot of people, it's not within their means. I couldn't afford to buy an electric car at the moment. But it's small things like buying your eggs from a local supplier instead
Small
of buying
steps,
them
if
from
you
a
like.
supermarket.
Yeah.
It's about joining your local organic vegetable box scheme. It's about talking to your neighbours. It's about talking to children and taking them round beautiful places and just teaching them what all these animals are called.
Thanks for watching.
At the
Subscribe!